Hello everyone, welcome to a tutorial, and yeah, thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. So I'm gonna do a quick tutorial here. I think I might do a nice background tutorial and a text tutorial, because that's probably the most requested thing that everyone wants. So yeah, here. So first thing you want to do is start off by creating a new composition. I like to name my composition text. So I'm gonna add my text. I don't know what I'm gonna name it. I'm gonna name it 1,000 subs. Okay, there we go, I guess. Alright. So once you have your text, you want to make sure to align it using the align. You can get that by going Window and Align, and then I use Motion 2. So I just I go like this and I align the um whatever that thing is. And anchor point. Yeah, I line the anchor point right to the middle of the text, so I can kind of like say I want it to be smaller or bigger. I can do this. So this is kind of, this doesn't matter as much, but just don't make it this small because then it'll be blurry if you want to make it big. I like about this size is good. So you're gonna actually go on to the 1,000 subscribers and right click. You can click create shapes from text, and I like to turn that back on so I can add a gradient ramp onto that later. Then I go into the outlines, I go into contents, and I'll add a group. Not to there. I'll click on contents and I'll add a group so that you could go all into these buttons and I can drag that into there. So now I have a group just for the different, what is it? Different text layers, sort of. So I like to add a stroke, and I'll make the stroke a light gray kind of. If you want to use this gray, I'm using it 323232 and click OK. So now I just do about that size, seems good. And then I'll head over to the group and I'll duplicate that group and put it underneath. So I have another stroke, and I can make this one dark like there, and that one's OD, 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 or 0D, I would say. So you want to click add a repeater so you can repeat and create kind of that, like, it looks like it's 3D text. So I would do the position 1 for now. We might want to mess around with that. So I do my scale 99.8 and make sure right here that'll be 100, delete that to 0. So just copy these settings and okay. So already that looks a bit small, so I'm gonna actually drag, no, I think I'll do 2 looks good. Now to center it, you're gonna click on the adjust anchor point, not adjustment layer, and you're gonna drag it right into the middle that you like. Kinda, that looks like it's kinda going this way a bit too much. So I'm gonna do anchor point and drag it a bit like that. Looks almost good. A little bit this way. So yeah, you just kind of mess around with that until it's in the middle. I used 878, but it matters about the size of the text and what you have your text as. So that's good for now. The text, what you can do is you can add a gradient ramp to the text layer. The reason I kept it is so that I can do this, and I can go, let's do a nice orange here. And then a darker orange. No, I'll do like that kind of orange. And that kind of a yellowy. And if you want to see it like full, like how good it looks in full resolution, then just do that. Okay, that's sweet. Alright, so that's what I have right now. So if you wanted to, you can actually use layer styles and create an inner shadow. So that looks ugly right now. So I'm going to turn size off. I'm going to do opacity to 20%. And you like to mess around with distance so I can kind of get a feel where I want it to be. So that looks about good. Now what I'm going to do is you can either do Control A or Command A and right click and click Pre-Compose. So now I can add one effect to all of it. So if I add the warp effect, here we go. That looks really ugly right now. So I'm going to change the warp style to shell lower. I'm going to change the bend for now to 0. Vertical distortion up about like that. That looks good. And then the bend, you're going to want to go like that. You can make it like -14. That looks about good. So yeah, that's how you make my style of text. If you guys want to mess around and make it a bit more unique, you can. So yeah, see you guys when we're doing the background. So we have a new background here. So a lot of you wanted to do a background on my latest intro, the one that said Edge. As the time recording this, that's my latest intro. So just because I don't want to animate the background, most of you know how to make a shape layer. I'm just going to use a black solid. So both of these plugins that I used were actually like they're plugins. So you have to download them off the internet. I'll leave a link to both. Optical flares is actual money. You have to pay for that one, but you can get it for free if you try. I'm not going to teach you that because that's not the goal here. So yeah, this is just our main background. So I'm going to layer another black solid so I can add some saber. So this plugin is actually free and it looks super duper cool. Yes, super duper cool. And if you select, you can select different types like energize, looks really cool. You can select meteor, which looks like really cool. And it animates too, so if I go to quarter, like look at that. That is really sick. So I'm going to use, default's really good, but I'm going to use for this one, Ghostbuster's a good one, but I like fire. That's what I used for my other intro. So it just kind of creates this effect. So what I can do is I can go grow spread like that. That's what you're looking for. So what you can do is you need to grab this and center it around the bottom. If you wanted to, that looks like fire, so like that's a cool kind of underneath effect, but that's not what we're going for here. So we can drag that a bit down and try to like, I don't know, like, ooh, that one looks nice. You know what? We'll drag it like this. So that's kind of what you can do. And then if you want, you can duplicate that and then grab the saber and drag that up and around. And you can mess around with that. So now I have it like this. A top one, burning. Where's the bottom one? Oh yeah. So also what you need to do to make it actually show up, you need to go in the mode. You have to click screen. So then, yeah, so I can just click screen on this one here. Screen, yeah, so that's kind of a cool background, if you think. Yeah, it's good enough. So the other plugin I used was optical flare, so you're going to create another solid and you're add optical flares, and if you want, you can just click options and like click this one because it's really easy to do. And I'll make it kind of like this color because that's what we're going for here. And then I'm gonna change this. So optical flares, I want to change on transparent. Yeah, so that's kind of what you want, but I don't want it that kind of like that. I want it more like that. So then I can drag optical flares if I want. Oh gosh, no. Yes, cancel. Okay, so I can drag this. I can basically just drag it down to like a corner, but I want it underneath all those because it looks a lot smoother. Not what I want to do. So yeah, so center position, drag that up a little. And then as you see, you can do that, and you can just duplicate. Yeah, that's good enough. So that looks pretty good. If you guys want any more tutorials, you guys can just ask for them. And also, I want to put this again. I'm going to stress that thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. It's insane. And yeah, there'll probably be a template coming out on this too. And I'll just leave the After Effects project for this and in the description if you want it. And I'll give you and I'll give you the plugins. I'll just leave a download link in the description. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.